So many parallels back to season 1. The way that Belly's leaning here to the way that Conrad stood, the way she looks at him and he looks at her, and the swimsuit that she's wearing is the same one as that night, and the way they're drinking here, the same as here. And we're seeing Belly happy as she's drinking. And the way that Taylor says that Conrad's gonna lose his mind when he sees Belly in her new bikini. And the way he loses it when he sees her. And the way that he says he replays it over and over again in his mind. To this day when he's saying the same. He plays it over and over again in his head. The moment they almost kissed and the moment he lets her down. He says he lied to her just the once, but he lied to her here back in season 1 when he says he pretended he didn't remember, because really he always does. And he says this to her in the pool. He says, "God, do you memorize everything I say?" Because that's clearly what he does. He cannot say no to her. And he says, "Fuck it, we're going to Michael's," in the same way he said, "Fuck it, let's play a drinking game." Even though Adam got mad at him, Conrad never says no to Belly. He cannot resist giving her another peach. And I know this is season 2, but it honestly takes me back to also the books when he says that he could not resist playing ring toss again and again until he could win that junior mint bear for Belly. He would do anything for her. On a more serious note, this also goes right back to Susanna. She cannot say no to Conrad. She doesn't want to try. She doesn't want to be dying and doing something that's going to make this process worse for her, but he begs her and she can't say no. And that's them. Even when this is killing him, he cannot say no. And his promise to her, to his mom, is the reason he's bleeding as he was in season 1. And this is the difference between this look and what we saw from Jer. Because Conrad says that to be close to Belly was like being hit by a thunderbolt. And this is a callback to this conversation that Belly once had with her mom. They talk of fireworks, and it's a callback too to when Conrad says he couldn't be with someone who didn't make him feel electric. But this is also, most horrifically, a direct ironic reference to this moment. To the fact that Jeremiah almost hit him with a firework like he was Zeus with his lightning of fury, or the eyes of an all-seeing God. And it goes back to vision, it goes back to sight. Who is truly seeing Belly and who is seeing everything else? Even in this moment, Conrad teaches her how to ride a bike by herself, which is such a parallel to this and everything it says about Belly and her autonomy. And it's even a parallel to her driving a car and her doing this for herself, just like she did in season 1. These lyrics here, as he's going back through this, say, "I was blind to let you go." And this is the difference between these boys. Jeremiah saw clearly with his own 2 eyes how truly and deeply in love they both were. And he lies. He lies and he says that he didn't see them. He sees how happy his brother now is, and he had to have Belly. And Conrad never sees it coming because he has always seen the very best in Jer. The whole thing is infected and I didn't see it. This is what he says as he's fixing the ship. And when he's fixing the house, he says it's a lot easier when he doesn't have to look at her. But I think that we see in this episode, he can't bring himself to look away even when it pains him. In season 1, he had no idea what Jeremiah was doing to get in between him and Belly. He was blind to what was going on, and he was blind again in season 2. Season 3, he's showing us that he always did see Belly, he just didn't see Jeremiah for who he really was. And he also says something about coming to see Adam for who he truly was. And I bet this is foreshadowing Jeremiah. One brother is given this moment of sight, and he uses his charm to hurt his brother, and the other is seeing them now in pain, but he would never hurt them.